Yep, June 18th was a beautiful day, and neither Darcie and I had a doctor's appointment. Hooray. So we decided to head up into the hills and see how Mom and Jeff were doing.
And Shoppie.
And Shoppie.
Don't forget Shoppie.
Always smells so good out here.
It was a beautiful day, probably 75 degrees.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely.
Perfect day to be walking down the trail to Daly Lake.
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
As we got closer, we could hear the stream that comes into the lake, and it got even more beautiful.
Wow,
What a wonderful
as pretty
spot.
as it ever is. All these years later, and it's still beautiful.
We wondered if we'd see anybody, but we had the place to ourselves. It was
Yep.
absolutely gorgeous.
Nobody else there,
Amazing.
just us and the lake.
Enid's kind of place. Jeff's here. Shoppie, the trio.
Well, I guess we better cross over the bridge and see how.
How they're all doing. The group of them.
Yep. Let's go take a look. Look down there in the mouth of the stream, it's a dipper.
Oh, he's bobbing. He's a little dipping dipper.
Little water bird. So there's three of us busy today. And here we are. Well, the tree's not standing exactly straight up.
Got some work to do, looks like.
Huh.
We didn't really bring anything to straighten it up with.
We'll take a look up here.
Shoppie. There's Jeff, getting some buds coming out. And Enid. Wanting to tip a little bit.
We're gonna have to prop her up with something.
We'll have to prop her up. But it is kind of neat how the rhododendrons are back there, the lake. She's still got a great view. She's pretty tall. Looking healthy. Looking healthy, just leaning. And Enid's now propped up. Oh boy, I have to look up at her now. Chris has a fork of another limb holding her up. It's pretty solid. She's trying to lean into the sun, we think, which a lot of plants and trees do. That is her view. Okay.
Well, we got her all propped up here. And I think it'll stay that way now. It'll grow straighter, it's getting taller, getting new growth on it every year. It'll be part of the forest.
And she still has a great
Jeff's
view.
flower still hasn't bloomed.
But it's getting ready to. It's got blossoms on it.
Yeah, there's a few other rhododendrons around here you can get
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are
Just starting to come in. So that's what Jeff's doing.
Yep.
Right there.
Just
Got some buds coming in.
It's going to be pretty when it happens.
And Shoppie donated a rock from her site for Enid to be propped up a little better. Thank you, Shoppie. She would have done it for Grandma.
Well, we had all our chores done, so we decided it was probably time to head on back.
Without hitting any frogs on the road. This one was right in the middle of the road. Luckily, Chris saw him. He
Yeah.
got away. He got across the road.
We saved him. That made a perfect day.
Little Froggy, he was a little guy. Turning him loose. Back to nature. Get him off the road. He was heading for Three-Fingered Jack, I guess.